CJ, tell us a little bit about your story, how you got started in the indie circuit, and what kind of introduced you into pro wrestling from the start.
Well, what got me introduced into pro wrestling from the start was my uncle. May he rest in peace. He was an original tape trader. Okay. So he had gotten, it was wild, he had gotten Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk, the exploding barbed wire match from Japan. Because he was getting that and like Pride fighting and all like all this different martial arts stuff.
Right. VHS tapes?
Yeah, he was a VHS tape trader.
Fuck yeah.
So that was literally one of the first matches I ever saw, and I was hooked from there.
How old were you?
I had to have been 5 or 6, I would say at the time.
Damn.
And
that's pretty extreme for a 5-year-old to be watching.
I'm sitting there like, I want to do this when I get older.
Good uncle. Good uncle.
My mom was probably like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? But, yeah, from there, it was just, you know, watching every Saturday when they would have the replays of Raw. And my grandma was actually into wrestling, so we'd be watching it all the time.
Grandma.
And it just went from there. And I was about 14 when I found out about independent wrestling. USA Pro shows used to come all over Long Island. They used to be at the old Sports Plus. You remember that?
That place was
Sports
the best
Plus.
ever.
It was.
Best arcade on earth.
So
2 floors of amazing.
I found out about USA Pro. Then there was flyer there for NYWC, and NYWC was out of the Deer Park Community Center at the time.
Yep.
So I was like, dude, I gotta go.
NYWC shows.
You've been, right?
Oh, I've been to several.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
So I ended up going all the time. So for like a year, I would wait after all the shows and break the wrestlers' balls to try and find out how to become a pro wrestler. So one day, Mike Mondo, before he got signed to go to OVW, was like, you really want to be a wrestler? I was like, yeah, more than anything. So him and Joey Mercury, he also had signed his deal, took me into the lobby area, and they were like, wait here. Then Mikey Whipwreck walked up to me, and he was like, be here tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And then that's how I got introduced to the class and all that. Ended up paying my money up front.
One thing about, I think Vin and Chris and probably Rob don't know that Mikey Whipwreck was the person who invented the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yes.
No shit, really?
Yeah, it's called the Whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper.
Yeah. Wow, and that happened on Long Island?
Well, it was when he had it. He had invented it in ECW and was using it throughout the whole time.
Gotcha.
And then Austin eventually took it.
Did he take it? It's just like, I'm going to do this now?
Loosely.
Well,
He added a kick to it.
He added the kick? Is that?
The kick.
Ah, okay.
If you ask Vince McMahon, he kicks him in the nuts every time he does it.
Well, that's the story of how I pretty much got in. And I started out, you know, just being a regular trainee. Few people that were in the class were Tony Nese.
Okay.
Who's in AEW now. Matt Cardona. He was one of the Myers brothers, and Kurt Hawkins was also one of the Myers brothers.
So Alex Reynolds?
Alex Reynolds was later on. He was like, I probably was away from the company at the time when he first trained there. But out of everybody, those were the top 3 guys that ended up getting signed out of that class. I was 15 at the time. And then I ended up hurting myself in actual high school wrestling. And I stopped doing the pro wrestling for a little while, and then I picked it back up 2008 when I graduated high school, and I went to a different school called Pro Wrestling Revolution, which is no longer around. They used to wrestle out of the Upper Room Christian Church.
Okay.
And I graduated from their program, ended up being pro in 2009, and then I went back to NYWC and finished under them. So.
Shit, you've been in the game for a minute then.
Yeah, dude. Actually, it's funny. Today represents 10 years since I won my first title.
Congratulations. I did see the picture. Rob posted that picture.
Fuck yeah.
He was there.
I was there.
Yeah, Rob was in the picture clapping.
Fucking clapping, yeah.
Wild.
I
was 23 at the time, and now I'm 33. How nuts is that?
We used to have some wild times hanging out at the bar after those matches and shit.
With
fucking
Necro
Butcher. Remember he was bleeding all over that kid's poster and the kid was walking out?
One of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
He was really nice.
He owes me like 9 pillows. He bled all over my pillows.